a lot of the online community uses blogs to report the drug war. There's as many blogs as there are people, it seems sometimes. There's several to choose from, in English and Spanish. So one of the most important tools also is Facebook. They mentioned the Valor por Tamaulipas. They have a very 170,000 Facebook followers. They use live photos to report what's going on in different cities whenever there's a gun battle. YouTube is also a very important social media outlet. I remember this was in February 2010. We had received reports of a massive gun battle just across from Rio Grande City, Texas. The residents there could hear the gunfire. They saw explosions, detonations in the middle of the night. We called the Mexican authorities. They go, no, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't have any reports of that happening. We would certainly know. And then this woman, the very next morning, posted this video taking a tour of the wreckage. This woman is very brave. She's in an SUV with tinted windows, taking cell phone video. You see shot up vehicles. She's about to pass up a gas station that just got, where there's several vehicles. And this same night, they blew up gas stations. They went to a car dealership and stole all the cars. They blew up the power station. It was a horrible gun battle, and nobody wanted to report on it or confirm it until this video came out. Look at these blown up 18 wheelers. Hold on a second. Now she's going to pass like the whole several rounds of high caliber ammunition that have just littered the ground. You can tell it was quite a firefight. And once we saw this video, we were like, come on guys, you know what I mean? The authorities, for whatever reason, chose not to report it to us or confirm it, but this video did what the authorities would not. This woman is very brave for doing what she did and posting this video anonymously to YouTube. And one of the important social media tools too, with everybody reporting on YouTube and Twitter, as you know, Twitter is very fleeting. It's like there 1 minute, and after 5 minutes it's gone, and it's hard to find ever again. So social media users along the border, like this guy, Mr. Cruzstar, who's a very important blogger in Reynosa, he turned to Storyfy to create timelines of events. Like this was a gun battle on just in January of this year. What he does is he'll take tweets and just create a Storyfy timeline of people's tweets. That way you kind of have a record, a history, an idea of what happened that day and at that time. Tumblr is also being used to report the drug war. This was a very unusual gun battle in the Mexican border city of Matamoros. Gun battles happen all the time there, but in this one, everyone on Twitter reported that a circus tiger had been stolen from a circus it was visiting. So we tried to call and confirm this, because this is so unusual. Gun battles happen all the time, but how many times is a tiger stolen? You know, we know that drug lords do buy exotic animals, and they do sometimes feed people to them. So we were wondering if that's what happened to this tiger. And again, we talked to the police and said, no, we don't have any reports or anything. But this whole report created a string of so they're not without their sense of humor. A lot of people on Twitter started posting images like this, like the tiger had been recruited and was now working for the Gulf Cartel. Here's the Frosted Flakes box in Mexico. It's called Zucaritas. What's missing? The tiger. So as it turns out, the tiger wasn't stolen, but the trailer with the cage was stolen. The tiger was inside the tent, the big tent, in another cage. And as it turns out, we later confirmed that they took off with the truck with the trailer, and they left the door open in the cage. And that's why many people thought that the tiger had been stolen, when in fact they just ran off with the truck and abandoned it. So, I mean, a lot of the times we get information on social media, but it would have been incorrect for us to report a tiger had been stolen, because really it hadn't been. You know, so when you get these reports on social media, you do need to like verify them and kind of vet them. This is also another important tool. How many of y'all use Zillow? It's a one, okay. Yeah, it's like a walkie-talkie service on your cell phone. So this is how the people in Reynosa use it to do live reporting of what's going on at gun battles. He's saying that everything's clear, everything's clear. That morning there had been a gun battle, but he's saying everything's clear downtown. And this guy's asking about 3 hanged bodies. And another person's replying, no, that's a false rumor, that's not true at all. There were no bodies. He's saying thank you back. Yes. So, but as I noted, regular citizens aren't the only people to use social media. The drug traffickers themselves have been using social media for almost a decade, I'd say. This video is from 2005, a very famous video sent to the Dallas Morning News of 4 Zetas gunmen being executed live on camera. These Zetas gunmen had been kidnapped by their rivals, interrogated on film, and then executed right on camera. Yes, you see how they have those garbage bags behind them to make sure that the blood splatter doesn't make too much of a mess in the room that they're in. This Zetas gunman right here, he's talking about how, when he's being interrogated, he's talking about how they would kidnap people, hold them for ransom, kill them if they needed to. Just very matter-of-factly, coolly, and calmly. Here's another video of another Zetas gunman who is kidnapped. These videos are sadistic, and they're meant to invoke fear, and they're meant to intimidate. This man, I don't have it on, I didn't record all of it, but this man had a very unpleasant fate. They put basically like a piano wire around his neck until his head was severed. So they're meant to humiliate and intimidate. Drug traffickers in Mexico are also in the business. If you've ever bought a bootleg movie or DVD, you're helping organized crime, especially south of the border. This is a Gulf Cartel CD, music CD. I got it, I acquired a copy in Reynosa, and I took a listen to it, and that's where I saw this song.